I've always found this to be a very good question. Who was Cain's wife? If Cain supposedly left his mother and father and went and got a wife, and then they built the city of Nod in the land of Nod, and who in the hell are these people? Where did they come from? Now, most Judo-Christian Islamic traditions will tell you that Adam and Eve had many children that are unnamed, and many daughters. So then he married one of his sisters. Oh, the incest. But if we want to look at real history, then in real history, the time frame of this Adam and Eve story, you got different people who say different time frame, but roughly you're looking at about 6,000 BCE as far as the time frame of this story going on. So who was in the Levant in and around that time frame, or in that East Mediterranean area? Well, one group that you had that were in existence for about years 9,000 BCE till about 4,500 BCE were the Natufians. We have found many artifacts of pottery and dwellings and things of that nature of the Natufian society, who were alive and very well during that entire time frame, all the way up to about 4,500 BCE. Then they merged in with the civilization of the Egyptians. We also have the Isnan people. They were in existence during around that time frame, as well as the Kish people were in existence during around that time frame, as well as the what would become the Sumerians and Akkadian societies that were around during that time frame as well. So in truth, based on archaeology, if the Adam and Eve story is to be believed, which I do not, then he could have married anyone from any of those different tribes. I'm sure that as we continue to dig and find, we'll find that there are other tribes that also existed during those time frames. And he could have married anyone from any of those tribes. Therefore, creating this city of Nod, or in the land of Nod, and then having a wife. Most likely, though, the story is just made up to create a heritage for the Israelite people. And that heritage is what they claim to be the beginning of creation. Just like every society back in those days had it where the God came and created those exact people, just like the Egyptians. Ra came and created the Egyptians, ignoring that the Egyptians also pretty much came from the people of Cush and the Natufians as well. And so people like to forget about those things because they want to believe that they were created special by their God, because their God cares more about them than anybody else. But just like any people, they always want to create a creation history for themselves and make themselves feel special. And that is the basis of all the propaganda of we are the chosen people of whomever our God is. Because every land around the world, every tribe created the same myth of them being the first people, and God created them special. Because when you go out to the South Pacific or in the Pacific, you have different gods creating those people. And most of the time it's out of some dirt or clay or something of that nature. So it's just a repeat of a general mind thought of we're special and our God loves us and your God doesn't love you. So Cain most likely just married, if he existed, which he didn't, married some woman that was from a different tribe, since he got kicked out of his own family tribe. But y'all have a great day, and remember always, you got to free yourself to be yourself, because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.